Hey guys, welcome to the Pokestop, a Pokemon Go podcast. I am your host, Landon Arrow, or Brahim. I am the moderator on the Pokemon Go LA subreddit. And with me, I have Algazairy or Ummer, a friend of mine and a YouTuber. How's it going, Ummer?
Hey, what's up, Raheem? It's an honor to be on your Pokestop podcast.
It's great having you here. So we both use the Pokemon Go LA subreddit constantly, and since I am a moderator, I do a lot of things on there, giveaways, and we just hit 3,000 members. It's awesome. So I decided to start making a podcast so it gets our members more involved and they know what's going on. And so there's a YouTube channel as well, where the podcast will be, youtube.com/Pokemon Go LA. I'll just put the link in the subreddit after. And before we completely start this podcast, we have a sponsor. My Bumper is a company that produces, as of right now, an iPhone case that it's really thin. It's the thinnest battery case I've ever seen. And you can it's a normal case, and when you need a charge, you just remove the back and put on a battery. And I have one here, but they're really nice, and I'll link the website below. We have 20% off because of our subreddit. It's great. We have some great things going on for you guys, and I'm excited.
Yeah, that is amazing that we're getting sponsorship from a subreddit.
Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, so we should start this by mentioning how far we're in the game, levels, etc. So I'll go first, if that's okay, Ummer?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Alright, so I just hit level 26 like a day ago, maybe a day or two. It's really slow leveling up now. I'm looking now, and to get to level 27, you need 200,000 XP. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah. And I started day 1, July 5th, I think. Yeah, start date 7/5.
Yeah, me and Brahim both started he started a day earlier because of the beta tester thing.
Yeah. So wait, so for your start date, what does it say?
I don't know. Where does it even show?
Go to the bottom left.
Oh, okay. I started on July 6th.
Okay, so yeah, so I guess I started on day 0, and basically what that is, it's what I like to call it, is New Zealand and Australia, I believe, got the game a day before us, and for some reason, if you were a beta tester already, like I was, and you had the app still installed, you can just update the game and play. So day 0 for me, I went around, grabbed a bunch of gyms, and got a bunch of extra resources very early. So I was ahead of everyone, and I guess that might be why I'm pretty high. I know there's people who've hit level 30 already, but I think I'm very high up there because of that. And I don't go around every day for 5-6 hours hunting Pokemon. I just go when I feel like it. Yeah, so I'm on Team Mystic, and Ummer, what level are you?
Alright, well, I like to throw this out there first. I'm also on Team Mystic, and if I ever see a Team Instinct or a Valor out there, you're going to see, some nasty eyes looking at you. But I am on level 23, not 27 like Raheem, but I'm pretty high up, higher than most people, I guess. And, yeah, so I work, me and Raheem both work a lot, so we don't always have time to go out, sadly, but I try to play when I can. I squeeze it in between work. It's fun.
Yeah, definitely. I love spending that time to just go out there and play when I can. Have you spent any money in the game for Pokecoins?
Actually, I have. I probably spent like $25 so far. It's not too much, maybe.
Okay.
But I've spent a majority of my money on incubators and lucky eggs.
Okay, yeah, I'm the same way. I've spent probably, a little more, I'd say 60, maybe.
Damn.
Yeah, I love this game. It's really fun. A 60 on 3 weeks, $60 in 3 weeks. That's this game's been only out for 3 weeks, Summer.
Oh, wow. Feels like it's been out for a lot longer.
Yeah, and $60 in 3 weeks. I cannot imagine in a year how much this game will be for me. So I'm looking down in the profile, in my profile on the game, and I have a lot of gold medals. How are your gold medals doing?
Um, 6 gold medals so far on this.
Okay, and so for people who don't know what gold medals are, if you go to your profile, you have, there's all those, like, I'll call them achievements, but there's like 3 steps. There's the bronze medal, and then there's the silver, and then gold. And I know that someone data mined the game, and apparently there is another thing after that, but it's not out yet. So just to tell you, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 gold medals.
Holy moly, man.
Yeah, yeah, I love this game. Okay, so let's go to our Pokemon, Omer, if you don't mind.
Oh, yes.
What's your, like, if you would have to say, what's your top 5 Pokemon?
Alright, like my top 5 favorites or my top 5 highest?
Like, highest in CP.
Well, I know for a fact that everyone's highest Pokemon is probably going to be an Arcanine if you live in Los Angeles. Because apparently we live in a desert, which I still want to deny even though it's true. But we live in a desert, so Arcanines and other fire types spawn all over the place. But my top 5 highest is a 2003 Arcanine, 1701 Arcanine, 1566 Charizard, 1556 Vaporeon, and 1537 Golduck.
Okay.
And Bree, what about yours?
So you said that Arcanine is everyone's highest, but I actually beat that odds today.
Oh.
I have a 2,302 Snorlax,
Wow.
a 2,163 Arcanine, a 2,138 Executor, a 2,037 Vaporeon, and another 2,025 Snorlax.
How many Snorlaxes do you have, Bree?
I have 3.
3.
3, and they all came from eggs, and I swear, like, my 2 highest, my 2 over 2,000, I got within 2 days. Like, I hatched one day, and then the next day I needed, like, one more kilometer, right? Kilometer?
Yeah.
Kilometer, so I walked that, and I got the other Snorlax. And I've been equally trying to keep them around the same, because they have a lot of health and a lot of defense, so I use them in gyms. But then yesterday, I think, yesterday or the day before? The day before, I hatched another Snorlax at 1736, so I'm not going to get rid of them. Yeah, it's ridiculous how many Snorlaxes I'm hatching. I would rather get a Lapras now, because there's just too many Snorlaxes.
You know, the only moment I saw a Snorlax around me, it was like 12 at night. And I was at home playing some Counter-Strike casually. I randomly open up Pokemon Go, and I see that Snorlax is on the nearby list. So, without thinking, I just ran out of the house. I found a group of people, and I'm like, where the heck is this Snorlax? And they're like, it's 3 blocks down this way. Me and this other random person started booking it that way. And as soon as I saw it on my screen, it disappeared. It was very sad for me.
Oh, that sucks. So have you ever caught a Snorlax or owned a Snorlax?
No.
Oh,
No,
man. Do you have any 10-kilometer eggs going right now?
I do not. I hatched my last 3-kilometer eggs. One of them was a Hitmonchan and the 2 were EVs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right now I have a 10-kilometer egg going. It's at 2.5, so maybe you and I can get it hatched today.
Alright, yeah.
Who knows?
I plan on hatching all these 5K eggs right now.
Yeah, I got a bunch of 2s and 5s as well. So, we said our top 5. What is your favorite Pokemon? And now, it doesn't have to be your highest. Just what do you like in your Pokemon that you have right now?
Ooh. No, it's pretty tough. I'm gonna have to go with my 10 CP Caterpie. Just the fact that I named them Exodia, and every time I take a gym, I just put him there.
Oh my god. I cannot believe you're one of those doing that. Oh man.
And what about yourself, Brahim?
So even out of Pokemon Go, I love Charizard. So for anyone who doesn't know, and I'm sure everyone does, the La Brea Tar Pits, or Lacma, has tons of Charmanders. It's a Charmander nest. So I went there for like a day, caught a bunch of Charmanders, and I have a 1737 Charizard, and Charizard is one of my favorite Pokemon. But I also recently evolved a Pikachu into a Raichu, which I don't see a lot of Raichus anywhere. So, and Pikachu is apparently really rare, or just really annoying to find. So I have a 1311 Raichu, which I like, and I like putting him in gyms, even though he's weak to me. He's just fun to put in them. And then I have a bunch of like little Pokemon I need to evolve still, eventually.
Interesting. Yeah, see, I haven't found many Pikachus in my day. Like, I only have 24 candies, and I think I hatched 2 Pikachus. So, you know.
Yeah, hatching is the best way to get candies. It gives you like 20, maybe, depending. I don't know what the exact number is, the range.
I think it depends on which kilometer egg it is. But who knows? I don't know.
Okay. I'm taking a look now. Let me see how much you would get. Yeah,
For you guys wondering, like, if you're just stuck in the city and, like, all you see are, like, the Pokestops that only see Rattatas or Ekans or stuff like that, then you should probably hit, like, the beach. There's, like, a huge variety of Pokemon you can catch there.
yeah,
Like,
go for it.
this morning, I just woke up randomly, and I'm like, I'm going to check out Pokevision. If you don't know what Pokevision is, it shows you where the Pokemons are around you. I don't know if I would consider that cheating because of this 3-step. I just took a look at the pier, and if you guys were there in the morning, then you probably saw the 2 Dragonites over there.
There was 2?
There was 2 of them.
Oh my god, I don't even have a Dragonite.
There was one on the pier and one, like, more deep into the city, but it freaked me out. That woke me up very well.
Oh man. Did you try to get over there? Probably not enough time.
Of course not.
Yeah, I'm looking now at Pokevision near the pier. There's like a Jolteon. I saw a Squirtle somewhere. And I don't know if you knew, so the nests in the game, like, you know nests, correct?
Yes, well, we caught the Charmanders.
Yeah, so nests are like areas where a certain Pokemon spawns like crazy, and they were randomly flipped around. Like all of them were, most of them were rotated. I know that the tar pits are still Charmanders, but for example, the Electabuzz nest at the pier is now Jinx.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, so there's tons of Jinx there now instead of Electabuzz, which is, you know, I like that feature. I think it means like varied Pokemon will show up. I love that idea, and it'll definitely look a lot cooler when a bunch of the other Pokemon come out, like the other generations.
Oh yeah, it would make sense for them to rotate around.
Yeah, because I mean it's like a migration. I think it's a cool feature, and I'm super excited for that when more come out, when more Pokemon come out. Yeah. So back to the eggs. I'm looking at a site, Eurogamer.net, and they said approximately if it's a 2K egg, you get 10 candy. If it's 5K egg, you get like 20 candy, and 10K egg gives you like 30. And this is like approximately, so it could be like 16 candy or 24 candy. So that's why I get like I used all this Snorlax candy to make my Snorlax stronger. All three, trying to make all 3 of them strong. But yeah, so it varies depending on the egg. It looks like. Yeah.
Interesting. But I've never actually gotten lucky with a 10K egg. I don't know actually, because I've gotten a Dratini, which are pretty rare here in LA. And speaking of Dratini, they did end up changing our Dratini nest. That was somewhere around Los Angeles. What was the name of the park, Brian?
Barnsdale Park, I believe.
Yeah, most of you guys probably went there to get your Dragonite. But me and Brahim planned to go out this weekend over there, and they changed the nest on us, sadly.
Yeah, so we didn't get any Dratini. However, I did catch my first Dratini at the pier on Thursday night. No joke, Ummer, 641 Dratini.
641.
That is, and I'm looking at the bar right now, that's almost maxed for my level with a Dratini.
Oh, wow, man.
So you know, like, every Pokemon has a fixed max, and it goes higher the higher level you are?
Yeah.
So all Dratini's max is a little bit above 641 at my level. So it's very close. And if I get enough, eventually, when in 5 years, if I get enough candy, it'll be a really good Dragonite. I wish that they didn't change it at random like this. But, I think it's a great feature. So...
Yeah, I think the only place that I know that spawns Dratinis, but it spawns it very so often, is the pier.
Yeah.
But, if you guys find any cool nests, you should always share it with your buddies on the subreddit. Oh, my voice just cracked. But you should always share it on the subreddit, just so people can have, like, an idea and build a better community for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. I see everyone constantly posting on the subreddit. It's great. Like, right now I'm looking, it's a funny thing. Someone posted, this guy named Daedara posted something, the topic is, some dragons want to watch the world burn, and apparently they caught a CP-47 Dragonite. That is really depressing. I would be really upset. I would keep it, because it's a Dragonite. But I would be upset. I don't know about you, Albert.
I would be happy. Some part of me would be happy. The other part would be really sad. But what could you do about that?
Yeah, exactly. It's a cool thing in the Pokédex. Like, I do not have a Dragonite in my Pokédex yet. I'm upset. Speaking of Pokédex, Ummer, give me your stats on your Pokédex. What do you got? How many have you caught? How many have you seen?
Ooh, I've caught 113 and I've seen 113. So I've caught every single Pokemon I've seen. Thankfully.
Yeah.
I know
wow.
some people have been really unlucky with that.
Wow, you've caught up to me. I'm at 116.
Ooh.
Yeah, I remember you were like at 90 or something, and I got over 100. I was like at 107 or something.
Yeah, what I did was, I had a bunch of shit. Ooh, I had a bunch of things to evolve. And
you can swear. You can swear.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. It's casual podcast. Yeah, that's insane. I just evolved my Squirtle into Wartortle, so that gave me enough to get. I got a new entry into my Pokédex. But yeah, you are catching up. I think the max in the U.S. right now is 142. Like,
oh, wow.
Totally can see, because there's the region Pokemon, like Farfetch'd in Asia, Mr. Mime in Europe, and the other one, let me see.
Kangaskhan?
Kangaskhan in Australia, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Australia in Australia and I think New Zealand, Kangaskhan has those. So yeah, 116 for me.
But speaking of Squirtles, man.
Okay.
I don't know why. I get very unlucky with these guys. But I've seen 10 so far. Not a bad number, but I've only caught 5 of them.
What?
Yep. I don't know. They just don't like me, you know?
So you clicked on the Pokemon in your Pokédex, and is that glitched for you?
No. What do you mean glitched?
Like, so when I click on the Pokemon in my Pokédex to see the stats of how many I've caught and seen, it is so buggy right now.
What does it say?
Like, no, like, the entire thing does not fit on the screen. Like, right now I'm trying to, like, I'm rotating, I'm at Ivysaur right now, for example. There's no Pokemon on the front screen, except I can see his eye and his leaf on the right side of my screen, and the font is not working, and everything, it's like, I don't know how to explain this.
It's just unusual, right?
Yeah, I'll take a screenshot and I'll post it in the podcast video version. By the way, the video version, there's not going to be that, like, there's not going to be any faces as of right now. I don't know if people will like that. It'll be just audio, but there will be pictures. So I just send it to you, Ummer. That's what it looks like to me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, see, it looks normal for me. Here, let me show you.
Okay. I thought that mine was just I thought it was everyone, but I guess mine is just completely broken. I don't know how to fix it. I should probably contact Niantic.
Probably just try restarting your game, maybe.
Oh, I restart it all the time. No, this has been an ongoing thing. I think, like, probably about a week now.
Oh wow.
Maybe I should reinstall the game, but I don't know. Um, I don't really look at the Pokédex too much, but I would like it to be fixed. So, if anyone has a solution, if this has happened to anyone else, let me know. Comment below. That would be great. Oh yeah, see, yours looks normal as heck. Mine looks, or as hell, or whatever. Mine looks terrible. Um, okay, so, what has been your... Okay, so you mentioned the Snorlax story. Do you have any other cool stories about Pokemon Go that you've had?
Oh yeah, I do. I just gotta remember some of them.
Okay, so
If you want, you can take the time and tell your story.
okay. So I've had a so during the beta, I had two ridiculous stories. They're not ridiculous, they're just like cool stories that happened in the beta, and like that's not nearly as many people are playing today. Like I had this guy. I was at the park near my house catching the gym, or taking the gym, and this guy rolled up to me in his car and then rolls down his window. I thought I was gonna get jumped because someone informed me that that was a bad part of the neighborhood, and they were like, "Hey, so you playing Pokemon Go?" I'm like, "What? Yeah. Why are you talking to me?" And he's like, "Oh, what team you on?" And I was in Mystic in the beta as well, because blue team, Yeah. Um, and he was on Valor, and he told me that we would trade numbers. We should trade numbers to coordinate attacks. Um, which doesn't make sense because you can't really coordinate attacks unless you attack an Instinct Gym. But why would I want to work with a Valor when I can work with a Mystic? I mean, right?
Right?
Yeah. So I've never talked to him again. Okay, so speaking of Mystic, so I picked Mystic because my favorite color is blue, and that's pretty much it. And I like the name, Mystic. It sounds cool. That's pretty much it. I know people like pick, depending on the game they played. I played Red, Pokemon Red, but I picked Mystic because I like Mystic and the blue name, and blue. Why did you pick it, Ummer?
Well, to be honest, just to be fair, I was planning on picking Team Instinct because, dude, Zapdos is a freaking badass. But, as you can tell, Raheem picked Team Mystic. All my friends picked Team Mystic. My siblings picked Team Mystic. So I'm like, I'd rather work with my family and friends than a solo run, you know? So I was pretty much forced in a way. I know I could have changed to Instinct, but I was forced in a way to pick Mystic.
Yeah, and that's the downside of all your friends and stuff picking a certain one. Um, I take blame for most of it because I pretty much got everyone to be Mystic. Because I was the first one to pick. Um, so sorry about that, Ummer. But Articuno is my favorite, and either way, so that's probably another reason I like Articuno more than any of the other two.
Speaking of the legendary birds, they did announce that you would only be able to catch the legendary bird corresponding to your team, but they never said anything about trading it to other teams. So let's say I was Instinct and Brahim was Mystic. I can only catch Zapdos and he can get Articuno. But maybe when they implement trading, we might be able to trade. So I would also get Articuno for my Pokédex, and he would get Zapdos.
Wait, oh, is that true? Did they actually confirm that? I thought it was just a rumor. I know that they said that the teams you picked, the birds are going to be influenced by that, but I didn't know that that's the only one we can catch.
Yeah, that'll be the only legendary we'll be able to get from the legendary birds.
That's a little upsetting, but actually cool. Cause yeah, I'll probably do like like trading, like trade legendary bird for legendary bird, and then trade back for the Pokédex entry. But I still want my Articuno. That's a cool feature. I don't know how I feel about that.
But also, I did have another idea that I already shared with you, Brahim, but I'd like to share on the podcast.
Go for it.
So there's certain places for Pokestops and gyms.
Yeah.
So it'd be a cool place to have certain spots, like very minimal trading stations. So more people would group up at that one station trading Pokemons, and you can like hang out with people and talk to them while trading Pokemons. So let's say by Venice Beach or Santa Monica, the pier, instead of having like Pokestops and trading things all over the place, probably have like one or two at each place. And the people crowding that area are obviously trying to trade. So, I don't know. It's just something I thought of. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah. I was reading something that Pokestops are going to be soon very customizable. Which is, they already have some sort of customization with the lure patches. But they did say that Pokemon centers will be a thing. And they have other things planned. So what I'm thinking is, so there's a lure patch already that lures Pokemon. There might be like a healing patch that makes the area around it like a Pokemon center where it'll heal your knocked out Pokemon. Or maybe even trading, because in the games, in like the DS games and the Game Boy games, you trade at the Pokemon Center. So that I'm thinking that may be how you trade. I do definitely think trading will not be like from far away, because it would be super easy to get everything. I think you have to be near someone, and it would be a lot like. I definitely like the idea of the Pokemon Center being where you can trade, because that's a more social aspect of trading. Which, on another note, that's why I called the podcast the Pokestop, because that's where a bunch of people go to talk to people, and this is what the podcast is about. We're going to sit here and talk about Pokemon Go. Why would I not call it the Pokestop? Right?
That was an amazing idea, Brahim.
Thank you.
And did you want to talk about the Twitch thing with this Pokestop?
Oh, yeah. So this first episode of the podcast is pre-recorded. If it gets enough attention and people want it to be, I can live stream it as well, so I can answer questions live on Twitter or the Twitch chat or whatever. Yeah, so I can answer questions, or so I can talk with other people, not just a person that I'm talking to through mic. I think it would be a great idea. I just need to know what people think, really. So comment below, or whenever I post the podcast on the subreddit, people can voice their any information they have, any cool ideas, concerns, anything, what they didn't like, what they did like about the podcast, whatever. It's a free reign. So thank you for that, Umar. Thank you for the nice segue.
Yeah, so I actually did remember one more story that I had to tell. That
Okay.
was very unfortunate. So it happened on the first week, or like the second week. No, it was the first week, definitely, of Pokemon Go being released.
Okay.
And I ended up hanging out with some friends at the Santa Monica beach. I wasn't planning on catching any Pokemons. We were just hanging out together. And as we were walking, I take out my phone, and I see that there was a Dragonite nearby. And
Really?
so I was hanging out, with a bunch of girls, and like they're not into that kind of stuff, or most of them aren't. So I'm like, hey, let's go find this Pokemon, and they obviously didn't want to follow me, so I just had to like walk in a straight line, hopefully to find it. But this was before the 3-step glitch. It showed that Dragonite was only a step away, and then it updated my nearby list, and it disappeared off of there.
Oh,
and
man.
I was very disappointed in myself. Very disappointed. But, yep, that was another story of myself trying to catch another Pokemon.
I think you posted that on the subreddit a while ago. You were like, girl or Pokemon Go?
Yep.
It was super funny. I love the story. I love the story of Pokemon Go. It's great. I love the social aspect. I think that's what I like most about this game, the social aspect. So speaking of that, what do you like and dislike the most about the game? So for me, like I said, I like the most the social aspect. Oh, I just caught a Sandshrew while sitting here. Okay. I love the social aspect. I've met several people. I've made a good friend. We went out hunting Charmanders together. I made a couple. It's great. What I dislike is some of the glitches. Like fighting gyms can sometimes be a disaster. Like you'll go into a fight and it won't let you fight. It'll kick you out. That's the main glitch I dislike. Like I want to be able to fight, because I was fighting a gym that had like 8 people in it. It was like a level 8 gym, and I brought it down quite a bit. It was probably like 3 people left, and then it kept kicking me out and wouldn't let me join. So I just quit. But that 9 people in 8 or 9 people in a gym, that takes a while to fight. I think I was there for like 20 minutes. Fighting the gym and kept healing my Pokemon. I wasted a lot of potions there. I mean, you do get a lot of potions, but I used a lot of them. And they just kicked me out after and wouldn't let me join. So that's my main issue with the game. What about you, Omar? What do you like and dislike about the game the most?
Well, like as you said, I like the social aspect of it. I actually got reunited with a couple of old friends playing this game, and it was actually pretty cool. But the things I dislike about the game, it's not a whole ton. Yeah, I know the game's filled with glitches, but the number one thing I really dislike about the game is that three-step glitch, and I know most of you guys hate that too, but
Oh man.
you know, Niantic is trying their best to fix the game. There's a lot of people playing, more than anticipated. So if you're having server issues, just remember that they're trying their best. It's not like they're just sitting there collecting money from us. They actually want us to enjoy Pokemon Go.
So speaking of the three-step glitch, Ummer, do you know what the Sylph Road is?
The what?
The Sylph Road?
No, I've heard something about that, but I don't know what it was.
So the Sylph Road is a subreddit and now a YouTube, like they're a news channel pretty much for Pokemon Go. And they have like this huge database. I think they have some type of app or website. And they have a lot of the details. That's where you want to find some cool new stuff, details, etc. And they just posted 4 hours ago that a Pokemon Go update is coming, and it's version 0.31.0. And so some of the things that are coming, I'm gonna list them off right now, and some of the changes. We've already started to see them. You know, the nest shakeup, the crazy nest changes to the nests. That's one of the features that showed up, and you know they're gonna bring them out slowly. So that's one thing. Avatar customization is another thing, which I'm excited for.
Change your character's look? Will they add more features to it?
Yeah, so they're gonna add an option to customize your trainer after you create him. So like right now on level 26, I can't go back and change him at all, and they're gonna add it. And I'm hoping that they add a lot more clothes, hairstyles, because I know that when I made my character, there was 3 jackets: red, yellow, and orange. I don't like. I'm a more cool color guy. You know, blue, purple, green. Those are my top colors. So I hope they bring those colors in for customization. I know that's a little like, okay, whatever. But to me, I like customization in games. It's great. And hairstyles, too. There's only, like, the spiky. My hair is not spiky in real life. I would like my character to look sort of like me. So I don't know about you, about the same thing, Ummer. Customization, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I would love to add more features. I feel like people would enjoy making their characters look a lot more unique rather than having a 3-option thing. I know my friend, she complained about having only 3 options because she is like a fanatic on making a custom character. So them implementing something like this is actually a good thing for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, regarding colors again, I made another account on a side to test, like, look at the clothes, see if they added anything secretive. And I think I made a girl account, like, because my main account's like the male avatar. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's female, and they have blue. They have the cool colors. They got blue. They got purple. It's like, what?
Well,
Yes.
you think they would ever add like a feature where you'd have to unlock some certain things, like different hats or different shirts,
I think that's the best way to go.
as you play to go?
I think that would be a great way to go. And I would go after whatever I need to do to get that blue, because like I said, blue is my favorite color. That blue hat or blue pants or whatever. Not all blue, but like, you know, whatever. Because the blue is my favorite color.
You know, they might end up implementing a Charizard outfit for you, Raheem.
Oh, dude, I would cosplay as a Charizard any day. So another thing is battling. So they revamped, I don't know if you noticed, the damage per second, the DPS in some Pokemon, a lot of the Pokemon's attacks, for nearly every move. So I don't know if you go through, if you took note of any of your attacks or Pokemon, some of them were changed. Like my Arcanine, its bite is 6 and its flamethrower is 55, and it was definitely not that before. It was definitely different.
Ooh.
I'm looking at some of my other ones, like Fire Fang is 10 DPS instead of, like, my bite is 6, so that's a big, and I know last time they were very similar. They're like around the same number in the previous, like before the revamp. So a lot of the attacks, like damage DPS, was changed. all of them pretty much. So bringing balance, there's a lot of balance now for combat.
That is good.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's another great thing. Something that everyone has been secretly hoping for. The transfer button is no longer at the bottom of the page.
Oh my god.
So you know how you have to go, so you have to scroll all the way down to transfer below, and then when you go down, the map shows up, and you have to go down again because it pushes you down.
They should make a multi-transfer option. I know I saw a post on Reddit about that, but when you're farming magic cards, it's just a hassle to transfer each and every one of them, especially if you have like a provider with really bad internet, and you just gotta wait a long time to transfer everything. So if you like can click on each magic card rather than doing it individually and transfer them all at the same time, I feel like that's the way to go.
I agree. Not I haven't farmed a lot of Magikarp, but Pidgeys for me, like there's so many. Excuse me, Pidgeys, and I just wanna, like right now I'm looking at my Pokemon. I just transferred like a bunch of Pidgeys a night ago, and that took so long. And I haven't evolved all my Pokemon yet because I gotta use a lucky egg. Because I have a bunch of Pokemon to evolve. So another thing, a bunch of bug fixes apparently, like the maps, gyms, like what I mentioned before, what I dislike. So hopefully that'll be fixed. Encounters is another thing, and some memory leaks. And so there's another update. Like they're not really sure of a damage calculation, so like I don't know exactly. Like they don't know all the details for that. So once they do, maybe I'll mention the next episode. And so speaking of the steps, Elmer, this is a controversial update. The nearby window, it appears to have removed the steps completely.
Oh.
Yeah. They said that it's apparently because of safety concerns. They don't know why, and they're not sure, and they haven't fully agreed. But we're gonna see how it plays out. And I'm quoting a lot of stuff from this post, and I'll put it in the comments section below. And I'll of course credit the Sylph Road. This is all from the Sylph Road subreddit, by the way. So I'm just taking their stuff. Something that they're fixing, like they're getting rid of that apparently, but to make it less like painful, it appears that Pokemon you spotted on the map now stay on the map for about 300 meters. Like so.
Oh, that's good for driving.
Yeah. Well, driving. What?
No, don't Pokego and drive, guys.
Don't Pokego and drive. But yeah. Oh, you're right. This might be an issue for driving. We'll have to see with people driving. Yeah, so that's a good sign that it'll it's a good substitute for getting rid of the steps. And the steps are already glitched, so I don't really use them anymore. I use what Pokemon is the highest in my list of nearby. Yeah, so those are all the updates apparently coming. Some of them have already shown up. So all of them will soon be coming, and I'm excited, especially for the customization. I cannot say enough. Day one, I was complaining about the customization. So you said you just mentioned Magikarp farming. What Magikarp do you have? Like, so you don't have a Gyarados yet, right?
No, I'm still farming these carps.
Okay, so what is your highest CP Magikarp? Like, which one are you grinding for? And how many candy do you have? And if for anyone who doesn't know, you need, and I'm sure everyone knows, anyone who listens is probably knowing, but it's just some side information. You need 400 candies to evolve a Magikarp to a Gyarados, and that is the highest. Like, the highest besides that is 100. So the Gyarados is a farming, like, it's gonna be a while, unless you're there forever. So what's your highest?
Well, I'm looking through my Pokemons right now, and it would seem like my Magikarp is gone.
Gone? What? What did you train?
I think I don't know if I transferred it, because...
Are you using... Did you filter...
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
So my Magikarp is 145.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a high level or not, but that's the highest I've seen so far.
Okay.
And I'm at 167 candies.
Nice. Okay. So it's not the highest. Mine is 165.
Ooh.
Yeah, and from my bar, it's very close to maxed at my level. So ours are very high, I would say. And besides this one, I've only seen like 90s. So I was very lucky to get this one. And I'm at 147 candy. So maybe, since there's no more Dratini's to farm, maybe you and I can go farm some Magikarps.
Heck yeah, maybe we'll end up finding another Dragonite on the pier. By another, I meant because I saw 2 this morning. So
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Okay, so that's all of the updates that are supposed to be coming.
And if you guys have any ideas for any updates you would like to see, just throw them in there. We like to read whatever you guys like to say.
I agree. Yeah, I love talking to people. I'm almost always on the subreddit looking. I might not comment on everything because I sometimes don't have things to say, but I'm always posting things. Like right now I have, being the moderator, I can have announcements, and I have 2 announcements. The nest changes. We have a mega thread for people to comment and talk and voice their concerns. And then, again, I'm going to mention again, we have a giveaway contest going on. I'll post the subreddit post in the description. It's called Announcements Galore. So we have, My Bumper, who is our sponsor for this episode and hopefully for future episodes. They have an awesome battery case. They're doing a giveaway. If you just post a picture or a screenshot of Pokemon Go onto like Twitter or Instagram and I think Facebook, and you do hashtag, let me see what it is, hashtag Pokemon Go LA, but not how the normal one is. Hold on, let me see.
PKMN Go LA.
Okay, yeah. So PKMN, so Pokemon Go LA. That's the hashtag you use on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And you have chances to win 2,500 Pokecoins and a My Bumper battery case. And I'll put a link of their website below. You have 4 days left. That's what it says. It's been going on for a week. Hopefully we'll do more stuff like this. It's a great, I cannot say how much it is, Summer. It's a great battery case. I tested it. It's amazing, and I cannot wait until they have an Android one, because I will buy that, even though I bought one, but mine's fucking really thick. And then after you post, you hashtag a screenshot or an image. There's other ways to enter. Like if you follow us on our social medias, just go through the list. You'll see there's the social medias, subscribe on YouTube, etc. And this is where the podcast is going to go on our YouTube channel. So that's another benefit of subscribing. Have you entered yet, Umber?
I have not yet entered, but I will definitely do that right now.
All right, do that. Do that. You might win a battery case for your phone, because I know you have an iPhone.
Yep.
So let's see how far. Wow, 43 minutes we've done this for.
Wow.
What do you think? Has it gone by fast?
Yeah, it has. It barely feels like it's been 20 minutes.
Yeah. I was mentioning introductions, and it was only like 3 minutes. I was like, oh god, how long is this going to be? But it's gone by really fast. We just talk about Pokemon Go. It's great. But I think that's a good length for the first one. I don't want to go more than that, so we don't use all of the possible content in the first episode and then run out of ideas. So thank you, Umar, for being here. It was
no problem.
It was great having you. Great guest.
Thank you for having me on the show, Bream.
You're welcome. If you guys want to see more, please subscribe to the Pokemon Go LA YouTube channel. I'll post it in the subreddit. If you're not in the subreddit yet, it's reddit.com/r/Pokemon Go LA. It's LA, Los Angeles. I'm not going to tell you not to if you're not part of Los Angeles. Might as well follow it and subscribe, and it's a great place to visit, so come visit if you want to. We have all social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Twitter and Instagram are not used as much, so if you really just want something that's active, it's Facebook and Reddit for us. Umber, he's a YouTuber. He hasn't posted anything in a while. I know that. Hasn't done Pokemon Go on there, but I'll put his... That's the best way to, like... That's his social media link. Is that what you would say, Umber? Is that your social media link? Or do you have
Pretty
something
much.
Do you have something else?
No.
Okay, so I'll link his social media. I'll link my personal social media. I use Twitter a lot. I use... Yeah, mostly Twitter, so I'll post that if you want to keep up with me. I'll post all the links I've mentioned. We'll try to get the pictures into the video section of this. I'll work on editing that. Thank you for watching the first episode of the Pokestop, a Pokemon Go podcast. And thank you again, Umber.
No problem, Breen, and good luck for the final other podcast, or upcoming podcast.
Thank you. I might bring you back. You've been a great guest. Very nice talking to you.
Hey.
Alright, let's go farm some Pokemon.
Let's go.
See you later, guys.